Hello, hello, hello. As always, I am Big Will.
I am JDubbs.
And we are the Bears
Bears
Broz
Broz
Podcast.
Podcast.
Are you feeling okay?
Not really.
Because usually you got something cooked up in the lab for the beginning of our show, but you're what's happening?
So he has no idea about this. But last week, you lied to our viewers. And you need to make it right. You need to make it right.
Okay.
Last Wednesday, you were.
I was prepping to be,
Thank you that you just said that.
The butt scope.
Were you or were you not under any type of poop medicine on the show last week? Yes or no?
I was not.
But you lied.
I don't recall.
You lied.
I'm just saying. I'm not. You gotta check the archives of whether or not I said it.
I did research about this. So the previous week, I was 3 doses of my poopy medicine, and I'm like, this will make great content. And he's telling me, yeah, dude, I took the first dose, man. Come to find out, as soon as it said end, he goes, yeah, dude, I'm not really on. I'm going to go take it now. I'm like, you son of a bitch. So you owe our apologize.
So I know my body, and I know when I poop, I poop.
Apologize.
I apologize. I'm sorry. Hopefully y'all can forgive me. And,
we don't lie on this show.
I was thinking of the ride home. I was gonna have to hit the express route and shit on the.
But do you know the amount of content that would have gotten Bears Bros?
But not while I'm driving. What was I gonna film myself pooping on the side of the road?
Is Bears Bros not worth you shitting in your truck?
That's fair.
All right, cool.
That's fair. I love this show.
I do too. Listen, before we get anything, you notice anything?
So yes.
I mean, other than the gun show.
No. So last week we debuted some new merch. Mm-hmm. We got a little bit more added to the inventory. We got the new hat. We've got he's showing off the gun show in the right way with the muscle shirt. My kid got a hoodie and stuff like that.
This is what the back looks like.
So if you're interested, hit us up. We'll make it happen.
$400 per item.
But of course, it's not a show if I'm not busting out the monsters of the Midway juice. And with this, we got the brand new red, white, and blue Raz. It's pretty good.
See. Yep. There's Bros.
Fitted hat.
He's got a big fat head.
Yes, I do. And apparently it's not big enough because this hat is like super size. This is like a fridge hat. Yeah, because he had a big cranium. But not dead. He is still kicking.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, we got some cool wristbands, Bears Bros. This ribbon right here.
Like I said, holla at us if you want it.
Yeah, it's just $8. This ribbon is for any type of thing out there. It could be cancer, mental health, anything, autism, anything. $8. They're beautiful. I have to give him one every week because he's good. But anyways.
All right. So today's show, obviously, we're going to talk about the games that have been announced so far for the schedule release, since the official release isn't going to happen until 6:30 this evening.
Wait, that means you've lied to me twice.
No,
you told me we were opening against Seattle.
No, I said it was leaked. And obviously people are full of shit because supposedly we were playing the Bills on Thanksgiving. We were playing the Eagles on Christmas. And apparently X, Twitter, whichever you want to call it, gave out fake news.
Lies.
So, and it cut me deep. I was kind of looking forward to serving the defending champs an L first week, but I guess they didn't want to make them look bad. However, the NFL, I mean, it's the Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams effect. If you, like I say it numerous times, if you want to argue with it, you're lying to yourself. So far announced, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primetime games already announced. 5 out of 17.
That was your chance to do your Booker T.
5-time. He's still campaigning for me to do the spinneroonie and, need a medic. But, it is what it is.
I think Hallie would like to pay out.
Speaking of my wife,
oh shit,
I'm already divorced week 1 because my wife is a Panthers fan. And what did the NFL do? Hey, Bills Panthers. And then my wife says to me, and the moment I told her, she's like, "It's in Carolina. We should go." And I'm like, "What?" I was all, I love the idea. And she's like, "I'm only kidding. I'm gonna make it happen and see a game in different stadiums."
Why not? I mean,
especially
the Carolina Panthers made the playoffs last year, and they should have beat the Rams. They were here. We were drinking all day. I was drinking all day. You know what? If you have a chance to go,
that was when I got my arm thrown out after the DJ Moore touchdown.
I
tore my rotator cuff. I'm still in.
Oh my God! Just go sit in a goddamn tub full of ice.
I'm just saying.
Acting all like Aaron Rodgers over there.
No, because I actually want to show up to work.
No, but
you don't have to give me money and then beg me to come to work.
Bang you or beg you?
Beg.
I heard
either one.
I heard bang. But
I'm just saying.
If you
even though HR,
if you and Hallie have a chance to go to Carolina, go to the game.
I have every intention of trying to make that happen, especially if I'm lucky enough. Remember last year, I know they had a better record, but last year they were practically giving tickets away because I remember there was one game the ticket was $2, but that's probably not going to happen.
If they're giving tickets away, I'll drive.
I'll drive. Well, we'll make it a adventure, a Bears Broz Podcast adventure.
With your wife wearing, who does she wear?
Well, she likes the little midget known as Bryce Young because she thought he was cute. But
hi, Hallie. It's so great. It's so divorced.
The moment she's already talking trash, saying that the Panthers are going to kick our butts, and then I told her to wake up because Caleb's getting it done. Speaking of that, before we continue, I was listening on the radio the other day. Do you know who Seth Rollins is?
Us?
The wrestler, Seth Rollins.
I do know who
Seth freaking Rollins.
I know who Seth Rollins is.
And he was on Unsportsmanlike, and he pointed out that the Bears have the best quarterback in the division.
Well, he's also a Bears fan. He's also from Chicago.
So. Or at least of the Bears-Packers rivalry because, Jared Goff's been to a Super Bowl. It was what it is. And Michelle Smallman, who is a Packers fan, argued of it, saying that, there's not enough sample size, and so that it's a far-fetched debate. And then I thought about why is that? Because since Caleb Williams has been our quarterback, he won the season finale in Lambeau, the last game that Virginia McCaskey got to see. And then last year, lost the first game, won the last two, the second game, and then the wild card game. So he's won 3 out of 4 of the last meetings since he's been the regular guy. Why is that such a hard thing? And she's bringing up, Jordan Love beat the Cowboys. We demolished the Cowboys. You just did it in the playoffs. We beat you in the playoffs, and you're going to say that Jordan Love is the better quarterback.
Okay, so this woman is a Packers fan.
Yes.
Okay, so this is why we do the show. As fans, you're saying Caleb Williams is a better quarterback. Obviously, as a fan, I'm saying Williams is a better quarterback.
The impact that he's had on his team since he's been the starter.
Inside the NFC North, I honestly... this is just who I am. You can make a strong case that right now, Jordan Love and Caleb Williams are pretty much equal.
I could agree with that.
If you take them out of the equation, those teams suck. Now that Malik Willis is in Miami getting a tan.
But they did bring in Tyrod Taylor, which was a good move on their part.
Maybe
unless I was just going to say that unless he
But now, so for Detroit, Jared Goff has lost all of his weapons, but the foundation is still there. And Minnesota is brought back Kirk Cousins again. No, I'm sorry.
No, they got the other midget in Kyler Murray.
So I'm just saying, as a fan, I mean,
am I allowed to say midget? Little person.
You've already said midget twice, but way to go. I mean, hey, I haven't said John Morant handgun yet.
We talked about the gun show. You're showing them all.
But as a fan, I mean, okay, so it'd be like, who's a better quarterback, Patrick Mahomes or Justin Fields? I'm just saying, right? They're both in Kansas City. So as a fan, you're supposed to say that your quarterback or your player or your team or whatever is better. I'm saying you can make the argument that they're equal. You take both of them out of the equation, their team's just the best.
The way that I look at this in that debate, it is similar to the AFC North, the debate between Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has had the better regular season success. Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl. He's got better weapons. For me, yes, part of this has to do with being a fan, but the impact that Caleb Williams has had the last 2 seasons especially last year, now that he's got a coach, he's got an adult in the room to show him what needed to be done. And that was what we said from the start when Ben Johnson came there, of if Ben Johnson was worth the hype and Caleb Williams became the guy we all thought he would be, what happened? We won the North. Mm-hmm. And like I said, to all the Packers fans, and I got buddies that will agree with it as well, he has won 3 of 4. How are you going to debate that? Yeah, you can say, oh, well, Michael wasn't there. Well, in that, we didn't have Rome. We didn't have Luther. We didn't have our starting linebacking core. We didn't have our secondary. So you want to come with that. And you want to give Jordan Love's overall stats. So what? What Caleb Williams did, 8 game-winning drives. That's what you want in a quarterback. I can't say that about Jordan Love. And like I said, I like the kid. But if I have to say there's a quarterback that I want to rely on when it's crunch time, Jordan Love's not that guy. Jared Goff, maybe when his defense is on point, not always on point. And damn sure ain't going to say that about Kyler Murray or J.J. McCarthy. No. So it's not a far-fetched statement saying a guy that some people are saying is going to be the NFL MVP next year, that he is not the best quarterback in the division.
And it goes, this is just my opinion, it just goes back to Chicago has been known for, the greatest football player of all time, sweetness, the best defense of all time, the monsters of the midway. You got to go all the way back to Sid Luckman, right? I mean, we got pranked when we got Jay Cutler, right? $1 million arm, stupid mind. But
yeah, he had the ability, just didn't have the
nobody wants to give Caleb Williams the quarterback credit because Chicago has never had the quarterback, right?
He paints his nails. Who cares? He's at the Coachella with Kenners and
he's a human being. Let him live his life. Who gives a shit?
I said it from day one. I don't give a shit what color he paints his nails, as long as he's throwing touchdowns. And he threw a ball from the 45-yard line on the other side and right into the bucket for DJ Moore. While DJ Moore has Nixon draped on him like a cheap suit. So I wanted to talk to you about that.
I mean, it's going to be an ongoing debate. It doesn't matter what division. I mean, you go back to the 49ers, Cowboys, it just is, you go to the Celtics, Lakers. Who was better? Who had this? It doesn't. It's just stop. And they're going to come up and say, "Oh, that book or that hit from Austin Booker." Let it go. They're going to bring up the handshake. I'm just telling you what's going to happen this year. They're going to bring up the handshake. let it go. Let it go, folks.
Absolutely. And
I mean,
it's the Mahomes effect. It's the same thing that happened to Mahomes when he started having the success. It's the same thing that happened to Brady. There are people in sports that are hated for being successful. LeBron James, even though he hasn't had it in the finals because it's a team sport, but there's only one athlete I know that's successful that's not hated by anyone, and that's obviously Michael Jordan.
Kobe. I don't think anybody hated Kobe.
There are some people that question Kobe because Kobe couldn't do it without Shaq. You never hear anybody say MJ couldn't do it without Pippen. It's right. Jordan.
But Kobe did win too, though. Kobe, because he beat my Celtics. He did win too, but I get what you're saying. But okay, so I don't know. I hate the whole not giving credit because you're a fan, especially sportscasters. You're getting paid to be not non-objective. Like we don't get paid yet. I mean, I get a little something, but I'm going to sit here and say, that Jordan Love is not a horrible quarterback.
He's not.
I'm not going to sit here and discredit an individual because he plays not on my team. Yes, I own part of the Bears. You own part of the Bears? So yeah, our team.
My wife always argues about that. To me, when you've invested enough equity in rooting for your team, you are part of the
And
team.
He had rotator cuff surgery because of me. This is just how
I put them on my body. And so
I'm just saying, if I was a sports announcer, I would, as much as I love the Bears, I love the Yankees, I love the Sox, I would not sit there and trash talk. I'll never trash talk Aaron Rodgers. He owned us. He's a prima donna. He's a little girl. I get that. But he's a fucking Hall of Famer with 4 MVPs.
First ballot, or at least
he is a first ballot.
Well, so with the Hall of Fame.
But I'm saying though, but for us to sit here and say Aaron Rodgers sucks, no, he does not suck. He's a little girl. But that's just the difference between I will never ever say, oh my God, the Minnesota Vikings this or the Detroit Lions this or that. No, people can play. It is what it is. So just
game respects game. Like I'm a Yankee fan. I have so much respect for David Ortiz.
Oh hell yeah. And Pedro Martinez, absolutely.
But
that's another story. I mean, I'll just say right here, watch this. Yep. I know he threw Don Zimmer to the ground. And I was like, oh my God, this man charged to take a swing. What is Pedro Martinez? The reason why I'm talking about this is to prove my point.
Handle business.
Saying, yes, Don Zimmer, 60-some years old, was never going to hurt Pedro, but at the same time,
doesn't matter.
Pedro did what he should have done. So I'm just saying,
he should have Matador.
Yeah, I know, but it's been all right. He did, but yes,
I had to get that off my chest because I've wanted to talk about it. Of why is it such a far-fetched thing? Because it's just like the Buffalo Bills when they took over the AFC East. Nobody wanted to say, Josh Allen became the guy because of this. They just respected that he took over that division. As of right now, hopefully I'm not wrong, Caleb Williams is taking over the division.
I'm just going to say it before we go on to the only reason why Josh Allen and the Bills took over the AFC East is because Tom Brady went to the Bucs. Wait, go ahead. Sorry, that's just my opinion. Opinion.
But Bill Belichick was still there.
My opinion. Sorry, gun show.
But if you want to go that route to debunk that, correct me if I'm wrong. We didn't do well against Brett Favre. We didn't do well against Aaron Rodgers. But we took back the division against Jordan Love. And Jordan Love has never won the NFC North. It was Detroit, Minnesota, and now us.
Good point. Very good point.
So how can you say he's the better quarterback when he's never even won his own division, even if it wasn't us?
Unless they're looking at stats, but then Jordan Love has been in the league longer, but that's a whole other topic. All I ever say is just call it like it is. I mean, if you think Jordan Love is better than okay, but don't discredit Caleb Williams just because he plays for the heated rival. Just stop.
I mean, all right. So far, what's been announced? Week 1, we go open up on the road in Carolina against the Panthers. Then week 3, Monday Night Football against the Philadelphia Eagles, who we monkey stomped last year. Big time game. Then week 7, Thursday Night Football against the defending AFC champion New England Patriots. Week 9, Sunday Night Football against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Chicago. Then week 11, we play the Saints. Who knows what Tyler Shuck is going to be. Then Thanksgiving, we go to Detroit and play the Lions. Going to open up, a little stuffing, a little turkey. Then on Christmas Day, we've got the Green Bay Packers. The NFL has stacked their holiday games beautifully. And then we've got the Lions week 17, and then we finish with the Vikings in Minnesota, which it seems like every year it's either we finish with Green Bay or we finish with the Vikings.
So, now let me quarterback real quick. The Saints, hey, they might just surprise me. They may surprise people. You this day and age, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying it because of your wife, Holly. Look at what the Carolina Panthers did to a Hall of Fame quarterback and wide receiver in the playoffs.
Look what happened with us.
They held their own. And yes, I don't care about the division. The division is what it is. Whatever. Shut the hell up about the division. Anyways, but
with the pieces they've added, and if Tyler Shuck, even though some people question of whether or not he's their future.
I think Shedeur Sanders will end up in New Orleans. But anyways,
don't even give me.
But anyway, that's for next week. So anyway,
I was gonna say because I can throw a comment on that of I want to know who the hell he pissed off in Cleveland because
Deshaun Watson's coming back and they're paying him.
That's what I'm saying. What world? Deshaun Watson hasn't played football in 5 years. 5 years. And who cares? Who cares? That's pointless unless you're trying to piss off Dion so you give him something to talk about. What the hell did Shedeur do? You pick him as the guy and then you bring in your ex who you still let live in your house. But yeah. I love coming with analogies.
Take a breather.
All right. So, out of the games that have been announced so far, which one are you looking forward to the most?
How many preseason games are there? 3 or 4? I forget.
I think there's 3. Yeah, there's 3 now because of the extra game. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to preseason game number 3 when everybody dressed and we cut down. Hopefully. Because we got some new pieces on offense, a little something on the offense.
You think Scotty Miller will make the team?
We'll see. Now, the reason why I say preseason game 3 is because that's when everybody dresses. That's when you show up to show out. We got some new defensive players, and I want to see how we all gel. Because let's face it, Caleb Williams in the first preseason game. Might hand the ball off and he's done. He's done.
If he even plays
so you may not see Rome, you may not see Luther, whatever. I want to see how we look, barring any injury that's for any team anywhere. I want to see how we look fluent-wise because I'm telling you, we watched the preseason last year and we were like, holy shit.
There for one of them.
For Buffalo. We right. I'm just saying, let's see what it looks like in week 3 of the preseason. Let's just see.
Yeah, I haven't seen what our preseason schedule is, but that's really irrelevant.
To me, that's your dress rehearsal. So,
the game I'm looking forward to, other than obviously us playing Carolina out the gate, is again who we play week 2, and the reason why that is. Because, one, it's just before we play the Eagles in Monday Night Football. Because it's just like last year. How we start out the gate and with our our offense, you can say high-powered, but every game we scored over 20 except what was like 3 games.
3 games.
So our offense is going to be there. How is the offense impacted by DJ Moore not being there anymore? Is Rome going to step up, or is Rome going to be? I'm trying to think of an example of a team where the number one left, and when Darnell Mooney became our number one, and he basically disappeared.
Oh yeah,
because
he went to Atlanta.
Well,
I know, but yeah, he did.
But when he became the guy, he didn't show up, and there's numerous times that's happened in the past. But I'm really excited about the fact that both Thanksgiving and Christmas, I have a reason to watch football other than having it on the TV. But I love Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen made a very good point yesterday when they announced the Thanksgiving games. You're going to learn a lot about commentators because the 8 o'clock game is Kansas City versus Buffalo. He's never done the 8 o'clock Thanksgiving game.
Oh, nice.
Is he going to ask for that game because Patrick Mahomes is in it? You know how Chris Collinsworth is about Patrick Mahomes. So
nobody takes a shit like Patrick Mahomes.
But Patrick Mahomes isn't even in the game, but Patrick Mahomes watches the game like nobody else does.
But you know that the Chicago Bears have the number one strength of schedule?
Yes, and that's why I don't want to hear shit from anybody if we succeed.
Now, so I was just thinking, listening, year one of Caleb, it was the coaching. I mean, Caleb and DJ and help me out there, our running back Swift,
yes,
and some other people. Swift. They tried to do the best they can. I mean, it was a dumpster fire. It was fucking horrible.
And don't forget about Komet.
Yeah, Komet. I love the baseball swing. Please do not trade him, but whatever. I know I don't have a say in it. Then year two, holy shit. I drank a lot. I drank a lot.
Is the guy that we hoped he would be.
So I just want to say
so far.
So what I'm saying is, week one last year we should have won. Whatever happened, happened. JJ McCarthy, okay, it happened. It happened. We got the shit beat out of us by Detroit. It happened, and then all of a sudden
the team woke up.
Ben Johnson said, basically, he just said, "Enough shit's enough," and we went on a 5-game win streak, a 4-game win streak, won the playoff, blah blah blah. If we have a down year, right? If we have a down year, I'm not going to be concerned because, as I said last year, stop me if you've heard this, we weren't supposed to be there last year. We weren't supposed to be doing shit. So with what Ben Johnson did, this is not going to be we got Khalil Mack and we're fucking just killing everybody. That's not what last year was. If we have a subpar year, I'm going to be okay because we're still building. We are building. So, we lost 7 defenders. So you can't just bring
our starting safeties. We lost the guy that led the league in interceptions.
And he'll probably be on the IR by week 3, but fuck off anyways. That's just fuck off.
He did become a Jet, so the Jets know nothing about interceptions. So, no offense to my buddy John, who's
in Chicago.
And we get to see him.
The car breaks down on the freeway. I'll fucking pull a John Moran.
Yeah, if you really think about it, we get to get revenge on him. We get to get revenge on CJ Garner-Minshew, and we get a chance to get Byard. Because we get to play New England. The only one I don't think we play this year is
in Buffalo.
Yeah, I said that.
No, I'm sorry. We don't play the Giants because that's where, as my wife would say, long hair. Tremaine Edmonds.
Oh, yes.
But anyways, no.
And I don't think we play Pittsburgh, so we don't get a chance to get even.
We play Pittsburgh, right. But I'm just saying, just back to reality. After what Ben Johnson did last year, there is only room for up. I mean, we've said it before. He literally said to Caleb Williams in his headset on live TV, "Shut the fuck up."
Name a coach that first-year head coach with a number 1 overall quarterback has the stones to say that. There's only one that I can think of in the league right now, and he got all pissed off about drafting his quarterback successor, and that's Sean McVay.
Oh, yeah.
Because Sean McVay completely transformed the Rams.
Yep.
I'm hoping we get that effect with Ben Johnson.
So, if you go back to the 2018 season when we got Khalil Mack, like right before I was like, holy shit, it really is true. And we went, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. The Viking, Kirk Cousins wasn't this, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. We had a pretty good year.
Yes.
Mr. Trubisky threw 6 touchdowns. I mean, whatever, it is what it is.
And Tom Brady not knowing that there's 4 downs in football.
Yep. And so we got spoiled because Matt No Nuts Nagy was like, oh, I'm the head. I got coach of the year. I'm going to do this. Yeah. And you're making fucking stupid decisions, and you fire yourself, you hire yourself, and you fire yourself.
And put so much faith in Andy Dalton.
Oh, my God.
Who was on the roster the same amount of time as Justin Fields. Yeah. Yes, Justin Fields turned out.
It was Mr. Trubisky.
No, because they drafted Justin Fields. Justin Fields was the better quarterback.
Right.
And he decided it's going to be Andy Dalton no matter what.
I told Andy Dalton But we never recovered from that.
Yeah.
We never recovered. And then you bring in Ben Johnson, first 2 games. I mean, I remember him walking into Hallis Hall. Everybody stood up, clapping their hands, and he said, okay, let's get back to work.
Yeah.
This is a no-nonsense bullshit guy. Sure, if we win, he goes in and he does a speech. That's what you're supposed to do. Long gone are the days – I'm drawing a blank. Who was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys? He wore the hat. He always rolled up the –
Tom Landry.
Long gone are the days where Tom Landry would just be like, good win, guys,
Yeah.
So this is
Coughlin or Bill Belichick. I'm on to the next opponent, and he's got the Super Bowl wins.
So this is Ben Johnson, who is hyped. This is who he is. I mean, to me as a fan, that's a great coach. So I don't see us failing, but if we do, I think we're going to be okay because of everything that happened last year. You could not lose almost your starting linebacker and a defensive tackle, I believe, and still win games. So I think we're going to be okay.
Your linebackers and your safety. So basically the whole middle of your defense was gone. And
because
you had Kyler Gordon and JJ not 100%. So you took, from the bargain bin players to just fit in your defense, and you succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're getting a blue chip stud in Dylan
Cinnamon.
You've got Kobe. And then you've got JJ and Kyler at 100%, or at least we hope so. And then you picked up possibly another gem in Vandenberg, or however it's pronounced. And Booker is just going to keep getting better. And then you've got the old reliable Sweat, who obviously we didn't make trade for a big-time defensive end because maybe we didn't have to.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget Devin Bush. He was a first rounder for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know injuries. And when I saw that we signed him, I'm like, oh, fuck. But I'm thinking, like, they would not have signed him if it wasn't the right choice.
Look at last year with our offense. We needed offensive line. What did they do? They go and trade for Jonah Jackson. And there's a lot of probably people who said, who? Yes. He played for Detroit, so Ben Johnson knew him. He's a player we needed. And then we went and got Joe Thuney. All that guy knows is how to win. Yep. He was part of winning in New England. He was part of winning in Kansas City. He shows up. What happens? We win. The first ever Protector Award.
Yeah, the lineman award. Yep.
Then we needed receivers. Luther Burden dropped into the second round. We picked him up. Colston Loveland, who
why did we draft Tyler Warren?
Speaking of that, did you see the comment that we got on one of our shorts, them saying that why are you still on Tyler Warren when with the production? We were making fun of everybody that said we should have drafted Tyler Warren instead of Colston Loveland because Warren started out the gate with the numbers, but where was he at the end of the season? Coastal Loveland, like I'll say it again, the next big tight end in the NFL. Write it down now. Caleb Colston, our future. And to me, when you're saying that if we go backwards, there's only two reasons that will happen. One, Ben Johnson isn't the guy that we hope he is, and he follows Matt Nagy's playbook of having a great season and then goes backwards. I don't see it happening. He looks too cerebral of, he's not afraid to call people out.
Yeah.
Or heaven forbid something happens to Caleb and he gets hurt. And as good of a backup he is, Tyson Bagent is not Caleb Williams.
I'm just checking out the new merch. I'm sorry. I agree with that. And if everybody's watching, is my head like lopsided or so? Because I don't know.
You said it on me.
I know. I think it is. No. Okay. Okay. See, I'm just going to disagree with you just a little bit. Let's say, God forbid, something happens to Caleb. We are prepared for that. Look, we lost 4 fucking linebackers last year, and who was the linebacker there? Jackson, Action Jackson.
Yeah, DeMarco Jackson. Noah Sewell until Noah Sewell got hurt.
Stepped up. So I think we're now. Are we better with Tyson Bagent or Caleb? No, obviously we're better with.
That'd be like saying, was Matt Moore a suitable replacement for Patrick Mahomes?
No, right, but I'm just saying. I think we would be okay. I
do.
I think we would be okay because last year with all the injuries, it was like boom, one after another. You would text me like, "Oh, we just lost Noah Sewell and we just lost this guy," and I'm like, "But we won because the belief is there."
We lost Trapillo, and then they moved Tooney to guard, and I believe they brought Braxton Jones. And what happened? Tooney did great.
Yeah.
And
because the belief is there.
Yeah, if we were on this, if DJ ran the full route, we might have been in the NFC Championship game. And then I think we would have gone to the Super Bowl, and the NFC was winning the Super Bowl regardless because everybody wants to put shade on our schedule. But did you hear anybody saying that about New England when they made it to the Super Bowl? They were in an AFC Championship game against Jarrett Stidham. But now that we've kind of broken down our opinion on the schedule that's been released so far, next week we will give a full breakdown once we have the exact schedule. Okay. There is something that I would like to discuss, and I want your take on it.
Okay. I need more tattoos.
Besides that, Logan Jones was, as much of a stud he may be, was given number 54. Brian Urlacher retired 13 years ago, and nobody has worn that number since. Seeing Jones wear 54, and it's another reason why I wore it today, other than the fact Urlacher is my favorite player. He's tattooed on my arm. There are some players that their jerseys should not be on somebody else. I know they have enough retired numbers where they're saying they should not be retired. It doesn't matter. 54. See Grady Jarrett wear number 50, or Roshan Johnson wearing number 23. No,
that was horrible.
That shouldn't happen. If you make it to the Hall of Fame, your number should not be given out just to anybody. You know what I mean?
So now, in what position does number 54 guy play?
He's a center. Okay. That's another thing about it. He's not even a linebacker or a defensive player.
So you know how I feel, so I'm going to share this. I agree with everything you say, and I want to bring up what Pat Riley did when he was with the Miami Heat. He's still there. He retired the number 23. He said nobody's ever going to wear the number 23. Blah, blah. And Michael Jordan didn't even play for Miami Heat. But so that is respect, as you would say, game
respects game.
So there's not a number, and there's a 34, right?
Well, that's retired.
Okay, so that's retired.
Mike Ditka was the last player to have his number retired. So and they said we're not going to retire any other jersey again. So
I have a
Urlacher, Briggs 55 can be worn again. Hester's 23.
No. See, I disagree. Certain players like a Brian Urlacher, who was a safety, he came in and they said, "Hey, we want you to." Lovie Smith and his team said, "We want you to play some linebacker," and he said, "Okay, I'll do whatever." And he went on to have a Hall of Fame career. I believe
first ballot Hall of Fame.
I believe he had one NFL Defensive Player of the Year award, right?
Yes.
He respected.
And he was Defensive Rookie of the Year too.
Very much respected. Devin Hester out of nowhere rewrote the history books. When you got Deion Sanders saying, "Hey, this guy should be
ballot,"
I'm just saying, there are people in sports like you'll never see a number 2 in the Yankees. You'll never different.
Like I said, those are retired.
I mean, if you go to Boston, you look up in the rafters of the Celtics. I don't care what generation it is; it's always going to be the rafters. You'll see the numbers, and you'll never see them again on a player. The Chicago Bears, one of the oldest franchise starting the NFL. You've got to sit there, and this is just my opinion. No number 54. Mike Singletary. Oh my God! Come on.
Seeing Grady Jarrett wear 50. I forget who had it before him. These players are Hall of Famers. Yep. I can understand. Like, here's an example. Jalen Johnson used to wear number 33. Peanut Tillman,
another number.
He's not in the Hall of Fame, even though he should be considered for it. He should be, but there are people. Although this guy is better. The guy invented. They call it the peanut punch, even if somebody from another team gets it. But that's where I lead towards this. There are retired numbers. So obviously they can't get that number unless you're the Giants and you unretire the first ever retired number and give it to your wide receiver. To me, even if the number is not retired, there are levels to the game of who should get it. Just like in NASCAR, as far as I'm concerned in NASCAR, nobody should ever wear number 3. Nobody should ever wear number 24. And please forgive me because, my brain doesn't always work. I'm not 100% sure what number Richard Petty drove. Those are numbers that should never be on another car. I don't care how great the driver is. Those are numbers that should not be used.
Agreed. And Richard Petty's number, one of the greatest. Can we just say NASCAR driver? It's all that
greatest driver. I mean, I listened to an interview with Jeff Gordon, and they were talking about: is there a driver that you wish that you could have tried to reach their stats? And he's saying Richard Petty won so many times, you're never going to reach his numbers. Mm-hmm. Brian Urlacher was a first ballot Hall of Famer. 54 should not be worn, and let alone an offensive player wearing 54.
I just wanted to say, I am one that I don't know. I think if a person puts in their time and they make something of that number. I mean,
with that team, not just
no. Right. Like AJ Brown. I mean, he's a prima donna, right? But I mean, look, Aaron Rodgers' number is going to get retired by the Packers. Let's just say that.
If it's not, there's
right. So I'm just saying, I don't know who the player was, but they reached out to Lawrence Taylor wanting to wear his number.
Oh, Abdul Carter saying that he wanted to wear number
Lawrence
56.
Taylor said, "Fuck off," because I made that number. I respect that because Lawrence Taylor probably one of the, if not the.
And it wasn't Lawrence Taylor. He joked about it. He reached out to Phil Simms because he wanted to wear number 11 because of Micah.
Okay, I got you.
And Phil Simms said, "Get the fuck out of here."
But I'm just saying, even for Lawrence Taylor, which I thought, I'll just finish my thought process. Probably the greatest defensive player ever to play the fucking game. You want to talk about the Michael Jordan effect? That was
yes.
So I'm just saying, Brian Urlacher, Mike Singletary, just Devin Hester. These numbers were
sacred.
Were thank you. That's the word I'm looking for.
Sacred.
When a team, a broadcast, and fans are saying, "Do not kick the ball to Devin Hester," there's only one other person to return anything like that, and that's Deion Sanders. It's sacred.
How many Super Bowls are we up to now? And he's the only person to return the opening kickoff for a touchdown. But still, Hall of Fame.
Yep.
If you make it to the Hall of Fame, your number, whether it's retired or not, should never go on another player unless it's a situation where you ask the player, can I honor you by wearing this number? He didn't ask.
Right. I agree with that.
Urlacher said he was okay with it, and he's been retired for 13 years, and nobody's ever worn it. No, Khalil Mack didn't wear it, even though he made 52 his number. But he could have said, hey, I want to honor you. Can I wear this number? It shouldn't happen.
But, with that being said, for another human being to say to somebody else who's already made something of whatever, to sit there and say, hey, listen, I want to honor you, that just means you're showing absolute respect. Because in other sports, people have had to pay for the number. I'm saying. So when you hear somebody say, listen, I want to honor you by wearing your number, that's okay. But make your own number, make your own way. But
absolutely. And I am the biggest Shaquille O'Neal fan in the world. That would be like when he went from the Orlando Magic to the Los Angeles Lakers, and he said, hey, Magic, can you unretire your number so I can wear it? No. And these numbers aren't even retired, which I am praying whenever we get a freaking new stadium that they do a Ring of Honor and at least put the number in the rafters for Urlacher, for Tillman, for Hester, for Briggs, and Olin Kreutz. You don't hear anybody saying,
Jimbo Covert.
If you're a center, why wouldn't you ask Olin Kreutz, can I wear your number? No, you ask for Brian Urlacher, a defensive player. Hopefully he lives up to it and at least earns the right to wear that number, because Grady Jarrett has not earned 50. I forget who wore it before him, didn't earn it. Roshan Johnson.
That was a slap. Fuck that.
Started with number 30 and then said, you know what? I want to wear 23.
We all know that the iconic number 23 is because of Michael Jordan. However, for the Chicago Bears, the NFL, there's only one 23, and that is Devin Hester.
Yes. Especially in Chicago. MJ Hester.
Yep.
So, all right. I think anything else you want to get off your chest before we end today's, want to say to the congregation?
Congregation?
Yeah.
Our congregation.
Our people.
Like porn?
Go!
Oh.
Congregation like a church.
Oh, I can't misunderstand. No. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a lot of merch.
Make it weird. However, I will call you out on the fact that you did not get me to crack today.
I didn't want to. I wanted... it was not my. It was not my thing.
Well, aren't you the one that says you strive for it every show? But it is what it is. But say what you got to say.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Oh, my brother, testify.
Calm down there, Devon.
Hey,
not getting the table, and I'm a little bit too old to be being pushed in the chest. But no, I just think that the Bears are not done yet.
Yeah,
and they're still. You got the upcoming OTAs. You got this. You got
training camp.
We're gonna see, and I think we're gonna have a great year again. And I'm thankful that we got that many primetime games. So yeah.
I will debunk something you questioned last year of why aren't the Bears getting the respect and why isn't Caleb Williams getting the respect? You asked about why isn't he getting endorsements?
What the fuck?
There's a lot. Even though it's leaked, there's a lot of rumors he's going to be the Madden cover athlete. And the NFL did some stuff for them to promote the schedule release. They used him for it.
Okay. So just before we go, this is a good point. So Fernando Mendoza, right? Fernando Mania.
I was going to say, you're not going to call him Fernando Valenzuela Mendoza?
No, I got it right this time. Fernando Mendoza.
Uh-huh.
It was shortly right after he got drafted, he had a LinkedIn commercial. He did.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, does Caleb not want the endorsement, or because he's signed by somebody? We know
he's about his business. You know, like he was part owner of, I believe, an MLS team. He's more focused on making his money than if there's an endorsement he wants. I mean, that's why he tried to trademark Iceman and that whole George Gervin debacle.
Can't blame him. Ezra, what we just talked about, can't blame him.
But
can't blame him.
He didn't know. And how many people have had, like in wrestling, there has been more than one, the living legend Larry Zbyszko. There have been other wrestlers given the nickname the living legend. There's more than one Nature Boy. Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Why can't more than one person have a nickname? Is it because he tried to trademark it so he can make money off of merchandise? So, but Caleb, as long as Caleb Williams wins on the field, he can do endorsements for whatever the hell he wants.
Just before we go, if Caleb Williams is on the cover of Madden, I am going to kick you in the dick because that is a jinx. So, ladies and gentlemen, if that does happen and
Josh Allen didn't, and he was Saquon didn't have the stats that he did, but he still did well. Josh Allen and Saquon debunked it. So
I can run down a bunch of people that were on the cover. Anyways, go ahead.
So, but for another great week of conversation, like I said, next week we'll dabble more into the full schedule, and plus also kind of want to talk about who we are. It's going to be our breakout star of the year and who has the most pressure besides Caleb.
Definitely, yeah, absolutely. And
we were going to do that this week, but they started announcing some games, and
don't forget to do it. We got merch, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to figure out how to get
our buddies at 3 Crazy Bees Tees.
Say it 3 times fast. I'll give you $100.
Yeah, no, can't even say it one time fast.
We're going to get a store so you can just do some online shopping.
Do some education and learn.
Yep, JK's
doing this with us.
Everybody, Pins and Wins, and
I was like, wait a minute, we're not on that show today.
I'm just throwing out. I thought you said JK, so I was just giving
JK's Pins and Wins.
He is all discombobulated.
Combined,
he can't talk. He can't talk.
I am Big Will.
I am JDubbs.
And we are the Bears Broz Podcast. Don't do it. Don't do
it. John Morant!
Killing me.
Super caliber!